Boris Johnson has been urged to bulk up the Royal Navy to protect the UK's fishing rights post-Brexit, after French fishermen threatened to set fire to British fishing boats. Britons have urged the UK government to protect British fishing vessels and bulk up the Royal Navy to safeguard UK trawlers, an Express.co.uk poll has found. The poll, which was conducted from 3 to 8 p.m. on February 5, asked, should Boris Johnson bulk up the Royal Navy to protect UK fishing rights? The vast majority of respondents 82% responded yes. 24,284 people responded to the survey, with 19,792 backing the Prime Minister to bulk up. Just 16% 3,958 people said no, with 2% 534 people responding don't know. Writing in the comments, readers then urged Mr. Johnson to safeguard British fishing vessels. One person said, the government must deploy a fleet of fast patrol boats to intercept any acts of terrorism in our territorial waters and on the high seas. Perhaps, the government should consider acts committed against both our UK and dependency fishing boats as piracy and take appropriate action against the offenders on that basis. We must have sufficient resources applied to monitor our coastal waters and enforce our fishing laws and protect our fishing fleet. Another person said, of course, we need a suitable deterrent if these French threats become a reality. A third person wrote, fishing is a good bargaining chip, we must not sell it off cheaply and we must always have full control over quotas and yearly licenses and any infringements fined and future licenses withheld. One person even suggested the Prime Minister needed to ensure air patrols were also put in place. They said, our fishery protection vessels must be capable of patrolling all of our 200 nautical mile limit and we must have aircraft, satellites watching as well. It comes after the row over the UK fishing waters intensified earlier this week, following Britain's formal departure from the European Union on Friday. Following Brexit Day, the French government accused the London Fisheries Convention of being disrespectful after they lost their license to fish in Guernsey. There has been speculation EU fishermen could blockade UK boats from entering key ports on the continent. Dave Gillingham, from Alderney, Guernsey, said he had been warned by French fishermen his catch would not be safe in France. He said, they could blockade the port if we try to land or set fire to our boats. It has all been done in the past. In the summer of 2018, British scallop fishermen clashed with their French rivals and there are fears these clashes could reoccur. In order to defend against potential attacks from EU fishermen, the Department for Environment, Food and Rural Affairs (DEFRA) has lined up to 2 extra fishing vessels to bolster the Royal Navy's Fishery Protection Squadron (FPS), Politico has reported. The FPS is currently made up of 4 River-class patrol vessels and a helicopter. They patrol approximately 80,000 square miles of Britain in order to